basically from the reports of the swimmers is that they just basically saw a foot wave just come down the creek.
When I was going through it, it was probably 4 feet deep. And it doesn't take much depth for the water to be able to sweep you off your feet.
Ranger Peterson went to Kaaterskill Falls. He sized up the situation and attached his rope to a set of trees on one side.
And I was able to wade across and eventually made contact with the subject and had him basically hold on to my back while we waded across and rejoined him with the rest of his friends.
That's one person to safety, but there were many more to go. Ranger Peterson met up with other rangers at Fawn's Leap, where they focused on 2 other swimmers.
They were in a safe spot, but with the flow of the water, they weren't going to be able to come out on their own. They were pretty cold down there. They were shivering because they'd been there for probably about an hour.
The Twin Cloves Technical Rescue Team worked with rangers to pull the 2 to safety, and then it was on to the next group in need. Along with Greene County Sheriffs, New York State Police, and other volunteers, one by one, the last 5 people were pulled across the water in an inflatable boat. If you're wondering if the Rangers get scared,
I think a lot of us operate with a healthy respect of, what the consequences could be. But if we're afraid, the job's not going to get done and these people are going to be in more danger.
So once you get on scene, you just kind of like your training takes over and you're just thinking like, I need to stay focused, and you're just concentrating on the mission itself.
This was my first swiftwater rescue. I gained a lot of the training in my academy through, I got to train at Kaaterskill, and we recently had a refresher at the beginning of the summer. So the skills were fresh to execute this.
And a suggestion to anyone heading out into the wilderness.
Be aware of flash flood warnings. They are very real. Water is very unpredictable, and there's a lot of things that could trap you or pin you down. So there's a lot more to be cognizant of.